Good morning, Greta. How are you, my friend? Oh, it's another cloudy day. Yesterday I was watching the news of the fires in Spain, France, England. It's scary. Remember, we talked about that, the Super El Nino, and all the different extreme weather patterns. Yeah, they are here. We haven't had extremes here except for that, long all day type of rain where we had some floodings. We have not. So we're not in dry season. So the chances of brush fires are low, right? But busy, stress, oh, baby girl, I feel for you. Travel light, sis. Just don't carry a whole lot with you. That's my goal here. I want to just be, and I call myself portable, so that if I need to just go, I just put something in a suitcase and go, right? All right. Well, I'm glad you have, yeah, I'm glad you have this time with us so you can de-stress a little bit, right? Yes. That's what exercise does for you. When you stress, you work out and it helps. So don't neglect that part. Exercise really helps to bring the stress hormones down. All right. Ooh, you know what? This glasses, they look cute, but I don't see my screen very well. So hang on. All right. We're gonna switch. Much better. My eyesight is changing a little bit. It gets a bit more blurry. So I was even worried that maybe I was gonna have to go with the expensive prescription glasses that I had that I threw away because I couldn't see in them. Because all I need is to read. I can drive. I can see outside. I don't need them to function. It's close because I've always been nearsighted. All right. Oh, Pac, get excited. Good for you, Greta. Good for you, sis. All right, today is Monday, and it is Pilates and Yoga Day, where we start our week with just making sure our body is all warm and limber and that our joints are fluid. So this is the what we're doing today. Let's stretch and do a little turn. Yep. Turn the shoulders in. You can't ever stretch too much. That's what I say. So welcome everybody. I say I'm gonna keep doing this workout because I didn't go anywhere this weekend. I wake up and then I look outside and the sun is the heat. I was like, oh no, no, no. I cannot. But I didn't even go to the gym either. All right, let's count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's move the arms. We are stretching the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms out. 1, 2, 3. Stretching all the way to the shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. 1, 2. Stretch it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, let's go. 2. Second set. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms out. 2, 3, 4, 5. To reach. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. 1. Reach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! So you feel a little stretch, a little bit more limber? Yes, that is the goal. Breathe. I'm wearing my Panama shirt. I really do need to go shopping. I'm running out of, working outfit, working clothes. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's sit in it and let's go. 1, touch the ground. 2, again. 3. Ooh, if you can't touch the ground, it's okay. 5, yes. 6, 7, center. 8, 9, 10. We're stretching the buttocks. Yes. 2, 3, yes. 4, 5, 6. You ready for battle? 7, 8, 9, 10. And sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up. Woo! All right. Breathe. Breathe. Yes. All right. In your legs. Let's salute the sun. All the way up. And stretch. Remember, I always say when you're stretching, it's like somebody is pulling you from the sky. But you say, no, 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 no. I have my legs firmly planted. So you're stretching from the core area. All the way up. All the way up. Breathe. St. Peter is trying to take you away. You say, no, 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 no. I'm not ready. Breathe. Breathe. And this is your opportunity to look up and give thanks for the day, for breath, for life. I went to bed really late, and then I got up to the bathroom like every hour. I get days like that. It's so odd. This body is telling you. And let us stretch forward, forward. So if you did this, you would feel it. But we're just standing here and push forward. Push the body forward. All right. Hold onto the knees and go down. Oh, so good. Curve the shoulders. I feel it all the way down my spine, my shoulders. Woo. And open your arms again. And lift up and look straight ahead. The body stretch. Ooh, stretch it. You feel it? Stretch it, stretch. You know, they have these kids who skate, gotta have good centeredness, you know, where you center and you can keep your body centered. Very good. And down you go. Let your neck, your head, let everything go. Grab your arm and just move from side to side. Woo. Drop the head. Yes. Oh my. You feel the stretch in the inner thighs, right? Very good. Now come up. Again, the last time. Bring your body forward. Suck everything in. Bring it. Very good. You know we're gonna have to get on our toes, right? Okay, let's go. Because this is really a very high plank where you come on your toes and you distribute your body weight across the four, what do you call that? The four pillars? Your arms and legs, and come up on the toes. Breathe and back. As far as you can, feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Ooh, yes. And up, 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 up. Breathe. You're on your toes. And down. Try to put your foot all the way down. You're not going to be able to, but that's okay. It's a thought. Right? The stretch, intentional stretch. And up again. And let's lower the body. Lower it. And then look. Yes, you see? You are between your legs and your arm, holding your body. And back. 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 Woo. If you can't do this right now, make it a goal. And stretch the body back. Oh. My goodness. Woo. So good. And back. Back at it. And on the toes. Yes. Look up and smile. Good morning, good day, bonjour. And back. And back. Woo. Stretch it, stretch it. Stretch it, stretch the body. Stretch your body. Stretch your body. Stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Stretch your body. Okay. The last one. Let's come on the toes first. All the way up. All the way up. Ooh. Yes. Listen. You forcing your muscles to stretch. And down. And up. Up. And back. Back, back, back. Woo. Last one. Up on the toes. Up, 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 up. You're strong. If you're not able to do it, make it a goal. And bring your booty down. That's the one that stretches your strength, the strength in your arms to hold your body. Right? And enough. Whew. It's not that easy, but you can train your body to do it. Stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch. Now walk your hands to one side. Exaggerate the stretch. Your legs are still straight. And come to center and walk over. And stretch. Oh yeah. Come back to center. Bend your knees. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Yes. Wow. That was amazing. How do you feel? How do you feel? Yesterday I was trying to sing the song about the song that they sing in Sound of Music. How do you solve the problem like? How do you solve the problem like Maria? How do you God the sun and pin it down? How do you solve a problem like Maria? I was telling them, they were saying, there's a girl who works for the TV station that I watch, TVN, and she always comes. She's not the one of the well, she's an announcer, but she doesn't talk about the news. She always brings like um, the arts or the media personalities, what's happening. So she was saying that they're planning to do some kind of recognition for Judy Andrews, who was the, the beloved short-haired actress in The Sound of Music. I don't know why, but since I was a child, it's been my favorite movie. Then I love Ben-Hur, watching them. What was the guy? Charlton Heston, remember him? In the Coliseum. So when I went to Rome one time and I was inside the Coliseum, that feeling came over me and I could see him moving the chariot. And when I love movies like that. So that's why now I don't go watch, sci-fi, extraterrestrial, and Transformers and those kind of movies. I'm not interested in those. I've always loved historical dramas, and of course, I'm a hopeless romantic. There's romance in it. I'm all for it. All right. So we just did our little thing on the ground that was excellent, right? For our bodies. All right. Now we are in our power stance again. Let's inhale up again. All the way. Remember, today is just about stretching and strengthening. Grab your wrist and stretch to one side. Stretch. You're going to feel the stretch in the shoulder, the side, the core, the back. Yes, that's what we want. We are vantage. We got to take time to stretch. And the opposite, we're going to do the opposite and stretch. Woo, yes. Oh, so good. Woo. And if you wanted to do some standing abs, you could take your arm and then go 1, 2, and then just squeeze this. That is lateral 2, abs, right? But we're not doing ab work, but you could do that. All right? That's why I say you don't need a trainer. You could just move on your own. And I've never had a trainer. I remember I was signing up for one of the gym, in Florida, and one of the perks came with the gym, with the trainer, and he started telling me, do this, do that. He was kind of stressing me out. I'm like, hold up. I will do what my body allows me to do in training. And he's like, oh, you're so tight. You're so tight. Yeah, I'm tight. All right. Let's roll the shoulders. 2, 3, breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1, 2. Good for the shoulders and mid back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Yes. Now let's stretch the neck. Turn the neck. Keep your body straight. And then just turn your neck. Try to see if you can see in the back of you. Right? Easy does it. And breathe into it. You always breathe into any movement you're doing. and down. Now down, you want to consciously loosen up. Focus on loosening up the shoulders. Yes. Woo. You feel it? Let it flow. Let the stress flow through your fingertips. Yes. And then let's keep your body straight and turn the other side. Try to see in the back of you, right? Very good. Bring it to center. Let's stretch the thyroid gland. Breath, low back. Always relax the shoulders. Really good. And bring it back to center. Now, bring your shoulder over and stretch. And when you do that, bring your head down with it. You exaggerate the stretch in that part. Yes. Woo. Bring it to center. And do the same with the neck and the arms. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Woo. All right. Now we're going to do the warriors. Warrior 1 and warrior 2. Breathe. Oh, it's Kim's birthday. I love it when somebody calls me to offer me something and they call me something else. This one says, "Hi, Tracy." I'm like, "Who's Tracy?" Okay, open your legs. I always say, when you are working out, one of the goals that you have is to strengthen your quad muscles, loosen up your hip joint to keep you flexible. Again, this past week, I read that if you end up with a hip fracture, you have a 30% chance of dying from that injury. Yeah, that's why I went to the doctor the other day. She was like, "Oh, well, you need to take your medication." I said, "My blood pressure was fine at home. I come in your office, it's just a little bit elevated, and they get so focused on lowering your blood pressure. And I keep telling them, this poor little lady, they put her on 2 blood pressure medication. She got so dizzy, she fell, broke her hip. What killed her? The hip. But because she got dizzy. So be careful. Don't listen to all these doctors. I'm just telling you because they will over medicate you. So let's open the legs and stretch on one side. Straighten this leg and stretch, right? And then just turn your body. Ooh. So you're stretching the legs and you're stretching the side and the shoulder. You're killing 4 birds at one time. Ooh. Now bring it to center, right? Put your hand on your thigh and take this arm and go straight ahead and lean. This is a warrior 1 yoga move. Woo. Nice. You feel it? But you gotta make it intentional, right? So it's not like simple and easy. You're really forcing the stretch. And then now turn your palm and your face to the ceiling. It just exaggerates the stretch a little bit. And bring it back to center. Ooh. It could be that you felt a little shaky, but shaky is good. That means you're getting into the core of the exercise, right? Okay. You gotta go to the other side. You can be lopsided. Stretch over. Yes. Breathe. Breathe into it. And then bring your shoulder in. Oh, yes. Feel the stretch. Woo. That feels so good. Put your hand on your thigh and let's stretch. Ooh, stretch. St. Peter is pulling you, and you're like, "Nope, I'm planted." Power of opposition. That's when you get a good stretch, right? And then turn your face to the ceiling as well as your palm. Stretch it. Exaggerate the stretch. Oh, and middle. Wow. Okay. My body is warm. So, then we're going to do warrior two, which is the front. Because you're always aiming to make this part of your body, even though you still have a little work to do. I believe I'm always going to have a little abdomen here. But when you feel you getting there, for me, it's how I feel when I touch here. I still have love handles that I need to work on, but I'm not obsessing over it, right? I just like the way I feel when I'm not laden, right? I feel lighter, and I prefer to feel light. All right, so we're gonna go forward. We're gonna bring one leg up, and the back one. We just want as wide a space between the legs as possible, right? And stay forward. That's balancing too for you. Make sure you can stay centered, right? Then you're gonna bend the back knee, go down. You know that I think I call these lunges, not lounges, lunges. And you could go when you're working out, go up and down. Sometimes if you have weights, right? This is a good exercise. Sometimes you have weights, you're doing this, right? Those are all great exercises. They improve your strength and then they increase flexibility in this joint. And you know, this is the biggest joint. You need to work on it. So we did that. For me, I'm just gonna go up. I feel like I get as good a workout when I bring my arms up and I stay centered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I click it on 8, 9, 10, and up. Woo! So good. And now we stretch the front leg. You come down. Yes. Ooh. Breathe into it and come up. Wow. Very good, right? Now, and then your heart starts pumping, and you're like, what did I do? I was just there in the movement. But the tighter you are, then you get a cardio workout too. So don't think that because you're doing Pilates, you're not going to get a cardio. You do. All right? When you focus on the muscles and the joint and you force a movement, yes, you're going to feel it. All right? Okay. Open your legs, wide space. Bring your body forward a bit. Remember, don't hyperextend your knee. Bend the back knee and go down. Oh, yes. And stay right there. Balancing. So good. Like I said, you could have your weights when you're down here. You could have your weights when you're down here. Or I could be doing that. You could be doing that. But for me, we're just going to go up and hold it. 1, 2. This is the crooked arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You feel that? 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half, 11, and up. We're not playing, right? Now, front leg stretch. Oh, yes. It's stretching the joints that you just worked. All right. And come on. Did you feel that? Yes. It's important. Good morning, Grandma Graham. Good to have you, sis. All right. Woo. We're gonna do one last, we're gonna do a chair pose. Ooh, we have to go plank. You know we got to plank. That's part of yoga and Pilates. Right? But this is another one too that you can stand. And you go up, look up to the sky, give thanks, and then you're gonna sit in a chair. Whoa. Sit as low as you can. And one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, and up. Did you feel those? You stretch your shoulders, your arm. Yes. Don't leave home without this. Mm. Like I said, you can put some lime in there, or lemon, and even ginger. All right, we're gonna do our plank. Well, it's a new week, so we're gonna go with a high plank today. So let's stretch, open your knees, open the knees, and then, oh, you're gonna be able to see me. Oh, I think this week, it's housekeeping week. The floor is needed. Oh, yesterday I was sitting there, and then behind the television, a little gecko started climbing. Now, I've seen a gecko once before. It was on my nightstand. I killed that little thing so fast. And someone in the comments said, "Oh, you killed the little gecko?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. It was on my nightstand, too close. I don't need friends like that." So I'm like, "Oh, no. But I don't like to kill animal." So I went and got sprayed, and I sprayed bleach and stuff. Didn't die. So I moved from the couch to my desk. And then this morning I opened the door of my bedroom. There was that little gecko right ready to come in. I had to send him to Jesus. I was like, "You are lost, sister. Little bro, no." So people tell me if I see mosquitoes, no. But this is the second little gecko that I've seen. Sometimes I see moth, if I leave the doors open. I think those are the things. I've had an injured bird on the patio once, and I would do that in my other house as well. And then one was standing on the railing the other day. But we have like the big birds flying really high, like hawks. And I always say when it's nice and I have the doors open, I'm like, what if one gets lost and just flies right inside? Now that's gonna spook me out because these birds are huge. But anyway, let us stretch. Ooh, yeah, the little gecko had to go to Jesus. Oh, and let's stretch forward, stretch the belly. Oh, this is such a nice stretch. If you have sciatica, this is a good stretch for your sciatica. You can go to a chiropractor and they'll do a sciatica stretch for you, but you can do this one. It is so good. And back. Woo, stretch. Remember, it's all about flexibility. And forward. Then we're going to do a high plank thing. High plank. Always breathe into your movement. It feels so good. And today, maybe I can go out and get some footage before the heavens open. But what I don't want to happen is for huge rain to come. Last week it rained for hours. I mean hours. All right, kind of stopwatch, reset, and we're gonna be standing on our arms and our legs. Let's go. This is a high plank, just like we were doing before, except we're gonna hold this for like 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna come on my toes for 30. Been doing that. Woo. And the more you work out, the easier it's gonna become. You're gonna do it for longer. If you're just getting started and you only do 5 or 10 seconds, that's okay. Make it a goal to hold it for longer, right? 30 seconds. Straight, your arms are straight. If you bend them, you might get injured, okay, because you're holding your whole body weight here. 45. Straight line. Woo. I'm starting to feel it. Then I'm going to get on my toes. Those are usually hard for me. Here we go. Up. 30 seconds. Oh my goodness. Ow. 15 seconds to go. Ow! My arms are shaking, yeah, but I got it. And we do 5-second bonus. Ow! 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh man. Let's stretch. Easy does it. Oh, yes. Woo. Very good. And let's stretch forward. Yes. Woo. So good. If you have back pain, do this. Back. Stretch the shoulders. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Ooh. All right. Okay, ladies. I think our bodies are warmed up, stretched. 8:38, so it's time to stretch. All right. We are going to stretch. Sitting out your legs and inhale up. What you are doing standing up, you can do sitting on the ground. Lift the back of your ankle off the floor, off the mat. Oh yes. And lower everything down to the ground. And grab your toes if you can. This is a good stretch for your neck, your shoulders, the back. Oh yeah. Go as low as you can. Bring your body forward as much as you can. Woo. Breathe into it. Yes, Lord. Straighten out your arms and stretch. Feel the stretch all the way down in the back. Feel it. Feel it. Let your body enjoy the stretch. If you have back pain, you can start slow. Don't ever go through any exercise that causes you pain. All right? And of course, I'm not your trainer, but you should always check with your doctor if you have arthritis and any kind of joint issue. All right? Always a disclaimer. I need to start putting a disclaimer on these videos. That somebody said, well, Miss Maggie. No. You are at home. I'm exercising. You're watching me. You want to do it, you do it. But I'm not your trainer. All right, let's stretch to one side. Try to bring the elbow down if you can. This elbow. And stretch. Woo! I love that. You grabbing your ankle, this ankle here. And come back up. And let's go down again. And bring the opposite arm over. Stretch. Ooh. Yes. Stretch it. Oh my goodness. Outside of your ankle, that's where your fingers are trying to reach down the ground. I'm not yet able to do that, but I know the dancers can. Because when they're dancing, they spend like minutes doing warm up, stretches, just like we just did. Because the mobility, the flexibility is what they want. All right, let's go over here. Grab the ankle and come down as low as you comfortably can. Don't overdo anything. Bring the elbow to the ground if you can. If not, make it a goal. Yes, yes, yes. And bring this arm over. Yes. Oh, you feel that stretch? I do. Woo, so good. Yes. And then another thing you can do for the back is put your palm down and bring your chest forward, squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back. You feel that? And you can stretch your neck at the same time. Center and stretch. Oh, yes. And back. So good. So, so good. Oh, come forward. Come to mama and let us go down. Now, this one you gotta be gentle. You gotta be, take your time doing it. Don't overdo it. You don't want to pop the vertebrae. Do not do that. So you go as far as you comfortably can, feeling the stretch in the shoulders and the back all the way to the buttocks. Yes. Woo. So good. My body loves it when I take time to stretch. Even on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we take time to stretch before we exercise. Take a deep breath, sun salute to the sun, giving thanks. You cultivate a state of thanksgiving, a mindset. You choose, it's a choice, to focus every day on the good things in your life, your health, your family, your friends, the fact that you have a place to stay. You are not out there battling the heat. You could be homeless, trying to find shelter, right? Yes. So make sure you take time to be thankful. Every day you wake up, say, I choose to be grateful. I have a lot more to be grateful for. And sometimes you've had so many bad things happen, you have to think about it, but you do. We all have good things happen to us, and we also have bad things. That is the human element, right? Inhale. Thank you, God. Let us have a good day. Let us make it count. Let us speak positivity into each other. Let us love one another and touch one another. All right? And calm down. Thank you, ladies. Namaste. Woo. I got things to do. My party's this week, so I'm going to start getting stuff early so I don't have a big rush. On the day, on Friday, I don't want to miss anything that I have to run. Like when you're doing Thanksgiving on this one. Oh, I forgot that. If I forget it, well, that's too bad. I'm going to have to make do, right? Woo! All right. I will see you ladies on Wednesday. Thank you to those who just joined. Don't forget to hydrate. Like I said, lime, lemon, ginger. Sometimes I even put mint. But for you ladies in the States, you have to be careful with the greens. Anything that you can't heat up, I wouldn't eat raw. So heat up your spinach, your cabbage, no lettuce for you. Tomatoes, you can cook those. So be intentional and think about protecting yourself. Because sis, I keep telling you, we are vintage. Whereas a young person may get infected with this, and she may or may not have symptoms. But you, because you are vintage, yours might be worse. You might be really sick. Remember, I talked about that. Your immunity is not as strong as it was when you were younger. as much as we try to ignore it and to pretend. You know, yesterday they were showing this actress, I'm not going to say her name. This lady must be 70 something. She is, she got herself looking like this. So yesterday it was funny. She's somewhere in Paris and everybody's saying, oh, she's killing it. And then somebody else uh, zeroed in on a shot that they did of her where, you know, she's like this, and then the wrinkles, you know, because there's no fat. We're so obsessed with not having any fat in our bodies and the wrinkle. And she's like, ooh. And you know, Mrs. Ori, hola, Gloria, buenos dias. You and David, yeah, we're almost neighbors, sis. I hope you're enjoying just working out. And you know, when you exercise, as I keep saying, it sends all that good oxygen rich blood to your brain. Do you know that affects your mental health, your disposition? Some people are prone to depression. And what you do as a psychiatric person, I used to say, how much exercise do you get? Go work out, right? And people usually would need like an accountability partner. You are my accountability partner because I can guarantee you, if I didn't have to get up and come here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'd probably be in the bed scrolling. I'd probably be in the bed. But the fact that I know I have to get up and come and see you guys, then that is my accountability. So when you work out, it flushes all the stuff. First of all, when you sleep, which I don't do very well with sleep. I'm guilty. Yesterday I was like, it was about 2 or 3 o'clock, and I was like, oh, I feel like a cup of coffee. I'm getting to the point now. Mount Dora, that is close to where I was in Florida. I was in Claremont, Mrs. Ori. Yes, in Central Florida. Yeah, Mount Dora, Florida. Very pretty, um, artistic town that you guys have over there with the art galleries and stuff like that. Yes. So when you exercise, the all the oxygen that your heart is pumping up there, it flushes all the stuff and gets rid of the cobwebs, which is what happens when you in a deep sleep. That's why sleep is so important. A lot of things happen. That's why, you know, they say don't eat late at night. If you let your gut rest for like 10, 12 hours, it kind of cleans itself up, right? So you want to stop eating by 7, right? And then when you wake up like 7 or 8, that's like almost 12 hours, which is good. Um, so quality of sleep is important, and exercise is going to help. Look at that, you know? That's why I have half an eyebrow over here, half. This one's not bad, but I have half. Oh my gosh. I tell you, when I look at my imperfection, the things that I don't have, I just laugh. I mean, what am I going to do right now? Huh? No. No, 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 no. Yes, this woman, you know, and it's, you know, the public, the media, they are such hypocrites. You cannot tell me you would look at someone like that who's 70, but it's her skin and the bone. So if this lady were to trip, she's gonna break something. There's no padding. You need a little padding. There's no padding. And then I look at people like that and I'm like, ew. And people think that's sexy. And I'm like, that is not sexy. That's anorexic. And you know, older women and anorexia, it doesn't happen just in young girls. It happens in people our age too, because you know it's more of a psychological issue, a thirst for perfection. You want to tell me you 70? I don't care how, and I say that a lot. I don't care how much Botox. I'm not putting Botox, a strange substance, in my body. I don't know how my body's going to react. People have died from that toxin. It's a toxin. People going in have little injection in their lips. And when you look at those lips, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks fake. God didn't give you bubbly lips like that. What is this? I work with some women also. I mean, I wasn't that old. I wasn't as old as I am now. But I remember this one saying, oh, for my birthday, I'm going to get a tummy tuck. Why? You can work on yourself to shed some pounds, because you could see underneath here, I do have some padding, and it's not just muscles. You can work on losing a little bit, but when it becomes an obsession, that is a disease. So if you tell me you are in your 50s and your 60s, you battling menopause, and you want to add anorexia to it, I have to pray for you, sis, because that's terrible. First of all, I'm a cook. I could never be anorexic because I have a love affair with food. Okay, so that's my struggle. I love my cooking. Yesterday, you see the salmon? I could not find a salmon steak like I used to have in the States, when they're like nice and this thick. So I bought what do you call that? I don't know, a sheet or whatever of some Atlantic salmon. And I said, I need to make a rain because in my mind, I kept thinking, how am I going to cook the salmon in a way that it's not like everybody does? You have a pile of rice and you slap a steak on top. I don't ever want to do everything exactly the same. I always like to be a bit different. And so I took it out of the if you watch the video yesterday, you see how I did it. So he came out like this, the size was like this, and then he got towards, like the tail. And then I just cut it slide down, took the skin off, and then I cooked the skin in the pan. I didn't fry it, but it got hard, and I used it as a garnish. I saw that in Peru. And then I just curl it in the pan to create the funnel, to create that space in the middle. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to, I'm sure the bottom is nice, salmon gets a nice caramelization in the pan. And then I get my fish spatula and I was able to flip it. I think it was so, so good. And then I cook some quinoa. And now, see, when I do stuff like that, it floods my brain with good hormones because this is something I enjoy. That's what I tell the ladies. Find something that you like to do in your older years and do it. Develop new hobbies. If you like to sew, right? If you like to paint. I had a friend who took up paint art classes after she retired because she said, I've always wanted to paint, but there was pressure, family to make money. She couldn't. So anything that you want to do after you retired, do it. Travel. I took a couple of years and I traveled. I wanted to do that. And cooking. I even took it to the next level. I went to culinary school because I was like, I want to see, even though when I got there, a lot of the knowledge I already had, it was just confirmed that, oh, you call it that. Well, I know we've been doing that, right? So you understand how to mix flavors, which kind of wine good with which food. And so I just was in my element. I absolutely love it. What do you think it does to my brain when I cook? It just releases all the serotonin and the dopamine, all the good hormones that affect your mood. If you are someone who has a tendency to be in the dumps, right? And it happens. I'm telling you, last week I had to fight with myself because I was getting down the path of looking at the news and everything that is happening and continues to happen, and the fact that you're always tired and people like us are targeted and hated. And it's like, why? When is this going to stop? We all talk about we're exhausted. We've been saying that. We've been exhausted, right? It doesn't make any difference. But we have to live in this world. So we have to kind of every day, every day. So you could say, oh, well, I told myself on Mondays that I'm grateful. Mm-mm. You got to do it as you throughout the day because the news will hit you and then you're like, nope, nope. Ooh, I'm grateful that there is water sometime in the shower, and I'm like, we don't think about how important water is. I'm like, what if there's no water? When they have the earthquakes in Venezuela, those are the things that come to mind. How do they go to the bathroom? Women, what do they do for their menstrual cycle? I look at Gaza, I ask the same question. Do they get bathed? Is there water available? Listen. And that's when you start saying, I am blessed. I am blessed. And why are you blessed? Why are they going through that? Why are people in Sudan constantly dealing with famine, hunger? You don't have to deal with any of those. We take a lot of things for granted. I remember I was like I wasn't even married, I believe. I woke up one day and I could not stand on my legs. I went to stand up and I fell to the ground. I could not get up. So I sat there and I was praying and I'm like, okay, what is going on? I think I was just a student nurse at that time. I wasn't even a nurse yet. And I'm like, what is happening? So I think I stayed there for a good hour, hour and a half, unable, my legs were unable to hold my body up. And I think I kept trying, and then eventually I got up. What was it? I have no clue. I was, you read so many things. This guy, I think he was ready to celebrate a birthday or whatever. And then he woke up one morning, had an infection, a fever or whatever, and it was affecting his whole body. It was like a whole Guillain-Barré thing. Guillain-Barré is something that happens to your nervous system. It's almost like a full-blown myasthenia gravis, or what is it, MS, right? He just can't do anything, can't walk, can't do anything. And when those things affect everything in your body, affect the brain controls everything. All of a sudden, this young, vital man is in a bed. Why do these things happen? He's got a family, he's got young kids. I asked a question too, just like you, but I never get any answer. If you get any answer, let me know. Share, please, because some of the stuff happening is like, why? And that's going to test your faith. Why do you allow these things to happen? And every time I ask about what's happening now, and I say, well, you did allow all that to happen over there, in India, in Gaza, and all these places. I don't know. What did these children do? The ones who are dying of hunger in the Sudan. What did they do? That's when you have to keep working on yourself, because it will overwhelm you, and then you're gonna, remember, and I was telling Greta, I believe that there is a fine line between sanity and insanity. And if you're not careful, it's like there's an edge. If you're not careful, you're gonna flip. And then you get in there, sometimes you're not able to come back up. That's why you have to be careful. When you're starting to get close to the edge, you got to yank yourself back and say, hell to the no. No, we're not going there. It's an act of the will. You have to physically put the phone down, turn the TV off, go for a walk, put some music on, dance, clean your house, do something. You counteract. This is the battle. You don't have to have, yesterday, this girl that I know, she's young. She just went through a divorce. And then she posted something on her Instagram, and it's two women on a range learning how to. And I'm like, is that what she's into right now? I don't know. I don't know that. And I try not to criticize people for their decision. Whenever I see somebody, I'm like, oh, even with my kids, sometimes they'll make some decisions and they tell me, or I know, I hear, and I'm like, oh, really? And I tell them, I acknowledge. Doesn't mean I agree. It doesn't mean I give you my bendición. No, it means like, oh, that's where you are. That's what you're doing. Okay. Because I've always told the kids when they were little, every decision has consequences, good or bad. You're the owner of your decisions. Therefore, you deal with whatever comes. If it's good, ooh, I'm happy for you. I celebrate you. If it's not, it's like, okay, sis. All right, bro. That's how you grow. You don't go fix everything for your kids. You know that. You say, okay, let me see how you get out of that one. I know I've had to put up with my decisions and whatever, like the restaurant I opened, even though they told me not to do it and I did it and lost all my money. I have to live with myself. That was my decision, right? And then you have to find a way to brush yourself off and keep moving, keep going. Life doesn't stop because you have a failure. Mm-mm. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And it does. And this is what this crazy world is all about. It's like peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. So we have to make a decision. Are we going to stay in the game? And I said to myself, if I decide I don't want to stay in the game, what will my kids think? I have my kids looking. What's going to be my legacy? I'm not leaving $1 million for them, but do you want your kids to curse you after you're gone? Or will they say, oh, my mom was all right. She wasn't rich, she wasn't perfect, but she was all right. That's all I want. That's all I aim for. Like for my mom, she had a tough life, but she had a lot of successes too. She missed out on a few things. But now looking back, and I'm like, boy, she was so strong. Boy, she was so smart. And the things she used to say to me that I kind of all of a sudden are coming back to my mind. I'm like, she said that. She was so wise. I think it's sad that sometimes we come to these realization after the loved one is gone, but that's the way it works a lot of times, right? Yeah. We are all a work in progress. No one should expect us to be perfect, and we shouldn't expect people to be perfect. Children, friends, people who you thought were your friend, and they'll do something to disappoint you, and you're like, okay. Personally, I don't have a lot of luck with friends because you need to be genuine, right? And we don't get to be this old to just do things to people, say whatever we want out of those lips, because you can't take it back. Think before you speak. And I don't need to have an opinion about whatever your decisions are. It's like, Greta is like, she's going to Vietnam. Oh, sis, I don't have to have an opinion. I'm happy for you. Whatever you decide to do with your life, it's not up to me. We each have to make our own decisions. Don't we wish that the world would be such a world? We say, oh, okay, sis, go for it, go for it. Why can't we just cheerlead and, encourage each other? If it's a bad decision, I'm not going to be paying the price. You are. And it doesn't have to be, price. It's just you adjust to whatever the situation is. It's a mindset. When the challenges come, it's like, oh, okay, all right, let me see how I can figure this out. That's what you do. So it's not a doom and gloom. Oh my God, look what happened. I made a tough decision. Yeah, deal with it. Deal with it. Make lemonade out of the lemons, right? It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Yes. We are the owner of our decision. Yes, Greta, we are. Okay, I'm going to have to get ready for my class tomorrow. Usually I send them their lessons the night before. Ooh, my money is gone really low. When the bank sends you a statement and you're like, ooh, okay. All right, ladies. Thanks for joining me. Greta, try to relax. I know you went to the beach. Do something else and relax, enjoy yourself, okay? Don't be overwhelmed. Don't do too much. Gloria, Mrs. Ori, so nice having you, ladies. I hope you come back on Wednesday. All right. Thank you for the thumbs up. Au revoir. Bye. Hmm. What happened? What did I do? Oh, super chat. I'm not looking for super chat.